Okay, testing a new mic, wireless mic. Hopefully it's a whole lot better. When I walk away from the camera, you can still hear me talking. Here's where we're at. Let's go around this way. You'll know why. Here's the front spindle. Getting ready to pull the upper control arm off. The lower control arms are already loose by the bolts. I forgot to take the center line out. That'll be nothing to do. That's easy for me. Here's the new upper control arm. This is the whole reason I started the whole thing. This control arm, well, not that one. This control arm. Let me go get my gloves. I'll show you. Let's see. I'm touching it. Let me go grab the gloves over here. And this is where I started this whole job. So I figured I'm going to do one control arm. I'm going to put them all new at the same time. Why just do one and do them all? Watching his arm? Yep. No bushing. No bushing on this side, which would be to me. There's a bushing behind it, behind me. I mean behind the arm circle, but there's no bushing in the front here. So what we're doing is replacing upper and lower control arms. Sorry. Let's get you back on here. And just to show you, when I said last time, I have all brand new. All brand new. Center link, pitman arm, all the tie rod ends, all the way across the oil. This side's a little more oily, you can't tell, but that pitman arm is also new. And came with, it was a ball joint set with the tie rod end set. These are new, even though they're brand new. All I have to do is slide in a couple of bushings on that side. These bushings are perfectly a-okay inside there, but I'm doing it anyway. And that's a brand new ball joint down there. I believe it's the center links are new bushings too. So, alright, it's probably been an hour and a half since the last time we turned it on. And I'm having my first, the one and only problem so far on the lower control arms. All of them are free. They all will come right out. This one is not. Now I can turn it with a ratchet, no problem. I put the impact gun on it, it won't turn it at all. The rubber is binding. So I put a socket on this end, put the bolt back in here backwards. The socket is now sitting on the bolt, threaded on the inside and the outside. I have a socket here, plenty of all thread left, around that much, from about here to whatever that is. I have this nut loose, so I'm trying to use this the little center of it to keep it centered. And now I'm going to just try using the all thread, push the bolt outwards like a reverse pulley. I had to get a ladder in order to get up here to get enough leverage, because it starts to get crank up tighter and tighter. And also I left the ratcheting wrench inside here so that I didn't have to do it by hand, you know, little by little. looks like it's turning my nut in. Let's try turning this one. It's turning on that side, but I don't see a gap on this side. Put a little more pressure to it. I see a gap coming out of here, but no gap coming out of the nut, the head of the nut. I don't know what that means. Oh, that means it's starting to work. I see it. I see some air between there or something. I see it. So it's working, I guess. Keep putting pressure on this side so that this side has no choice but to come out. You're watching it here live. It's come out about a quarter of an inch. And this side is still just tight. So I imagine that's what I was hoping, that something would happen like that. So I can go ahead. Yeah. Feels like the rubber bushing melted around the shaft of the bolt. As always, life has its fucking challenges. Well, I think this one hit the end of the line because all I'm doing now is pushing up against the arm, the crusher piece right here in between. I hope that means it's fucking crack food. I haven't done work like this in ages. Let's take a look at it anyway. See where we're at. We need to know. Okay, that's a lot. Came out of there a lot. Wonderful. Wonderful. You know what? If I want to name it, I have a lot more swing to it. Yep, I'm still working on this one side, buddy. What do I need? I need a ply bar. Maybe. Let me see if it's moving. I don't even know if it's moving or not. Come on. I would have cut it out, but the thing is, it's an 18 head symmetric in this little hole inside there, and I don't have any long enough anyway. Grade 8 bolts with that. I don't have any good bolts. And the spring is not in there, I hope you notice. It's on the ground there. But you should notice because I'm just swinging the arm right on up in here. I think what's happening now is that I need to it doesn't look like it's coming out any further. What I need to do is help it to pull it outwards while I'm turning it. Yep, that's what it looks like. So, now, there's a washer here. Giant pry bar here. It's going to be slip and slide, slip and slide. I know it. You know it. Come on, washer, cooperate. Okay, this one's way too big and heavy to handle. Let's get a smaller one. Do it with enough to help me. Enough leverage, I think. Should invent some type of spray that dissolves the rubber. Once you get able to get a little shot in there, they should invent something to spray that and melt the rubber up without damaging any metal or your skin. There's $1 million idea right there. I don't know why I came out here. Trying to think of something else. Maybe I can put a fair vice grips up there real lightly. So I can spin around it. Then I'm getting more leverage on the pry bar. How's that? Oopsie daisy. Oopsie goes the daisy. There we go. Alright, let's get the wrench. Get the pry bar back behind here somewhere. Somehow. There we go. Push real hard against the pry bar while I'm Yo! Turning the fucking nut.
2 days, sir.
Yeah. Ah!
I called off. I said,
Yeah, you better go. You should go see that movie. I'm telling you, boy, that was the bomb. It is the best fucking movie of all the fucking Marvel movies ever made.
if you're in the days, I'll pay for it.
Tomorrow, the Scarlet Witch and Strange, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch starts ticket tomorrow sales.
You wanna go tomorrow?
I don't care.
Is it?
Yeah. It starts the ticket sale.
But we have to have the treat tomorrow.
Huh?
The treats.
We don't have to. We can do that afterwards. You don't have to do it right. It's only going to be an hour, hour and a half at the movies, 2 hours maybe. You know? Don't have to do it right away.
Things ended up pretty.
Huh? Don't shake it too much.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Well, I'm scared already. Don't shake. Look where it's sitting on.
I resigned.
Huh?
It's Sunday.
Huh?
I resigned from my job.
You resigned? What you doing now? Just cashier? I mean...
No, I resigned. I literally...
leaving?
I snapped and I was about to kill the black guy who was working. The boss, if I work here, I'm gonna kill him. I'm literally about to kill him.
So the boss didn't say shit? I mean, he's going to get rid of the guy or what?
Boss said, please stretch for another 2 weeks cash.
That's 2 weeks notice. That means.
Huh?
That means 2 weeks notice here in America. That's what he's saying. 2 weeks notice.
Just stretch for another 2 weeks.
Well, where are you going to fucking work at?
They're gonna fire him.
Huh?
He's done. They're gonna fire him.
Oh, okay.
Because, see, when you filter oil, so
Now what I'm about to show you is take at your own risk. I would say never do it. My extensive knowledge of a mechanic for 25 years has made me think up this little plan I just did to get the coil spring in. But I would never recommend it for a person who does not understand physics or angles or anything like that. I would never. Don't do what I just did. Don't do it. I was desperate. I went to every shop around, Advance Auto, Pet Boys, you name it, looking for the proper tool to compress the spring. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that goes through the center here. Up top it has 2 little arms that come off of it. You compress the spring small enough to get the spring in there, and you start jacking up the jack. No one has it. I ordered it on Amazon. Okay, granted, it's supposed to be here today, but I came out to go pull the other side apart, the A-arm, take them off and put them on. And then you know, wait for the tool to put the springs in. So I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it, and I got the thing in there, like it was about right here. And I said to myself, so, them come-alongs ought to do it. The first one I put in, on this side, I put it in at the lowest spring that I would be able to release it from where it sits across to the frame of the car. Not the muffler, not your motor, not the other spring. The frame of the car. This frame ain't going to move. That spring's got to move before the frame moves. So, as I was doing that, it was coming, but let me point it out to you with the pry bar. Tell you what it was happening. It was coming over, way over here. This spring was way over here. So what do? I said, well, and it was almost all the way up top there. It just needed to get past this round loop right here. So what do? I grab another come-along, another ratchet strap. The first one was a cheapie. I stripped it out. It's broken. So I grab one with a hardy handle on it that I just, you know, rebuilt. I put it on there. The same spot. Coming from here to the front of the frame. Right there. About 3 straps in. 1, 2, 3. Pop! Goes the weasel right in to its perch. The spring is now in where it's supposed to be at. Meanwhile, I already have the jack prepped up for me to lift it up. See it? Go back there. They're inside. It's inside the circle. That's where you want that spring to be. And it literally has a little bend in it going that way, the spring right now. And you also want this to be, you know, properly angled. So, the next step is to lock that in there. You lift it up. You put your link in when it reaches. That'll hold that from falling down all the way and allowing the spring to free itself. And then you come up the rest of the way and you put your spindle in. As you can see, I'm lifting here. It's lifting right up off the motor. Off the body frame. Because that's as far as I can go on the lift. I got the legs on the lift about 1 inch away from the edge, sitting on this body panel, which, you know, with the frame part. And as you can see, yeah, we already know that's bad. You see, this one's good. See how nice this one is? It's perfectly fine. You know why this one's bad? That comes from your tires constantly hitting road grime and shit like that, breaking that loose. But never fear, because as is in everything else that I'm doing here, I bought new. Let me see, are they over here still outside? They're not outside. Let me see. Here they are. I got new lower ones, brand new. They're going in after the job, after my excuse me, after my job, after the springs are in and wheel bearings done and everything is sealed in. Before I put the tires on, this side's the same way. It's completely rotted. It's going to go in, brand new. There's the box. Here's the box. Got the other 2 halves in it, right there. I've had them quite some time. I just didn't want to do it on the ground. So now I got the ability to do it off the ground. So now what I have to do, oh no, I do have to put the tires on it because I got to get these, I got to get the jack stands out of the way in order for me to get the air ratchet in there. And if it isn't high enough, I got to figure out to jack it up in the middle, I guess, like I did with the little jack. But that little jack, it's struggling to lift this whole, thing up. I'm lucky it did it, but it is struggling. So, anyways, they are in. Now, I gotta release these straps. This one here is stripped, so I don't know. I might just have to cut it right off and say fuck it. But the other two are what's going to happen. That's a heavy duty strap over there, and this one is a cheap strap, but it was a heavy duty handle, and that's how it got in there. Here we are, as promised. I said I would give you a shot before I put the wheel back on of the new upper control arm, new lower control arm, and of course tie rod ends are only about 3 to 4 months old. I just re-greased everything. I did this one and the bottom one and then the side one and all the way over there. I am going to spray a little bit of spray paint on here just to stop the rust, because I know that's where your rust will start at. So from this point here, I'm going to put the tire back on. I want to leave the fenders off until they get the alignment done. Then I'll put the fenders back on. So I'm going to rig up a bracket to hold the battery up over here. It's already got a bolt in the front, so I ain't got to worry about that. All I need to do is bring a bracket from here down to there to hold it, keep it holding it up in there. And this side is the simple side to do that. The hard side is the other side because it's got that anti-lock ABS system and my fuse box, which does still work and control all the lights in here. Alright, I'll be back when it's going back together, or the new ones are in before I put the spindle on. Alright, so I'm the grease monkey. That's the grease dog. And here's the grease cat. Inspecting my truck, making sure everything, tires are good, mufflers are good. Underneath the carriage, she goes from one side to the other, checking everything out, making sure everything is good. Meanwhile, I'm still working on, well, here it is. New upper control arms. Oh, this side was a bitch. New lower control arm, new bushings, new ball joints, everything. I re-greased all my tie rod ends and stuff. This side, I had to remove all the header bolts, lift the header up. If you can see right there how close that is, that's pretty damn close. I had to lift the header up. Every single bolt had to come out. Lift the header up, I pried it down on this here, pushed the header up, and then pulled that out, the old one, and then put the new one in. What a pain in the structure.